Welcome back. For this Flatirons tuning tech tip, we wanted to introduce you to a brand that we discovered at SEMA this year called Voodoo 13. They make a lot of suspension components and linkages, and for the Subarus they make the majority of the rear suspension components that you'd want to replace because the factory part just either wasn't quite durable enough or just didn't give you that adjustment that you want if you're trying to do lowering your car, trying to do a track day alignment, that sort of thing. So just to start for the GD, they make a lateral link set. So they're using very high quality parts and Heim joints at each end. They've got rubber bushing on this end, and they're using a lot of aluminum for the construction. So the weight of these things is actually much lower than a lot of the other components that we've seen. And the other thing that we really like that stood out to us is all of the adjustment components. They're using really large hardware, so it's going to be something where it's really easy to work with and should take aligning the car over and over and over again. Hopefully it won't bind up and that sort of thing. It's really nice construction for that. For the GRs, again, they make pretty much anything that you could want to replace for the rear suspension. They make a toe arm that has got Heim joint at both ends, nice and rigid. Still an aluminum body, so the weight is pretty reasonable. The factory adjustment on this is an eccentric bolt on the inside. And if you've got an adjustable arm, you don't want to take the chance of that eccentric bolt spinning on you. They do make a lockout kit for that as well. And for the 15 and up STI, this is another part that we were very impressed with. They make a trailing arm. So again, it's aluminum construction, very well designed piece. Definitely designed to keep weight down. It has a Heim joint at one end, and again, a lot of big fixtures there for you to do the adjustments and the fine tuning with. But the part that we were most impressed with was their lower control arm for it. Basically, the 8 to 14 WRX and up into the 15s and also the BRZ as well. And it's on the car here. We got a couple of them in, and when we saw what was going on with that part, we immediately put one on the Pikes Peak car and on Scotty's car as well. The reason is on these cars, the rear suspension is pretty short. This is the stock rear strut out of Scotty's car. You can see it's pretty short. As you start to lower the car an inch, 2 inches, whatnot, you run down to travel very short, and the strut body itself is very short. So when you're lowering the car that much, you can really make it so that the rear strut just can't do its job very efficiently, and that can have an impact on handling. This is especially the case with Scotty's car with the AST 5200s, because since that one was only adjustable with the spring seat, lowering that car and trying to keep it on the minimum of that designed ride height, running out of travel happened really quickly. What we realized is with this C-shaped design from Voodoo 13, it gave us about an extra inch of compression travel, or an extra inch of travel compared to the arms that we were using before. On the Pikes Peak car, we're using the ISC arms. On Scotty's car, we're using the Cusco arms. Both of those are patterned off the stock arm, which is basically straight, but the Voodoo 13 with that kind of C shape, it picked up a lot of travel, but it still has all the adjustment that all the other manufacturers had. But again, very large hardware, very large fittings. It's going to be nice and easy to work with for a long time to come, hopefully. So that's why we put it on the car, on the Pikes Peak car here, and on Scotty's car. We're really hopeful that we're going to see some real improvements in the handling from the rear suspension because of that extra travel. And letting the rear shock do its job more efficiently. So yeah, we're just really impressed with all the stuff and wanted to kind of walk you through it because we hadn't heard of it, and so we're guessing maybe you hadn't heard of Voodoo 13 either. So thanks very much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and stay tuned for more Flatirons tuning tech tips. So their standard logo wasn't big enough?
Oh, the logo on this side's good. It's cool. But they sent me stickers, I may as well use them.